So we ended up right outside this room, and we'll be heading in just a minute. In the paper earlier today, I had my shortest and easiest final today by far, and so I had time to read the paper before school. They were doing a study on not elementary, middle school kids, junior high schoolers, and there was an original study in college age students where they had the college kids give up texting, chatting, instant messaging, Facebook for a week or a month, and these students displayed actual physical withdrawal symptoms as though it was an actual addiction, like a drug. And so they wanted to. They're saying, "Oh my gosh, if these people who are adults now are having these withdrawal symptoms, what kind of effect is this stuff having on children?" And so they went down to middle school and they started having it. This study just started there. It's only been going on a couple days at least when the article was written. But they were finding that these kids weren't showing so far any withdrawal symptoms, but they were showing improved quality of life. Kids were spending more time actually doing stuff. They finished their homework faster. They did it better because they weren't constantly being interrupted by all of these convenient sources of communication. And like one girl in the article, apparently while she's at school, the barely 8 hours, if that she's at school a day, she would text her mom 10 times. And one of the researchers brought up the question. It's these kids are spending so much. Normally when you were at school, when I was a kid, you were at school. That was it. You didn't have any contact with your parents. And now these kids are constantly in contact with their parents and their friends and everything while they're at school. Is that causing any sort of delay in their maturation, in their development of an identity, in their establishing a sort of independence with themselves? And I'm interested in seeing that because, I mean, contacting your parents 10 times a day while you're at school, maybe she was an outlier, but even contacting your parents once a day while you're at school, or your friends in another class when it isn't recess and that can have a severe impact on your development. But let's get back to the game here. We ended up right outside this room, and we're going to see if it breaks the game. And it didn't break the game when I tried it just a minute ago, so it shouldn't break the game now. We're back in the room with the reflecting pool, and welcome to Eldritch Star. A voice calls to you. I'm going to do this voice so poorly. I can't do it when they give me words to say that I'm not... Is that the exact same picture? It looks more watery and kind of like girly gay dragons. At last. Like all 8 spirits are gathered here. The Gardrak will soon become Soldrak and possess all the strength of the Dragon Lords. It's totally cool. No, that's not what he says. Eldritch Star, raise the Gardrak. Again, I'm doing very poorly at this voice. And my eyes! Apparently all the Dragon Lords are very inconsiderate when it comes to the retina. Wow, you added like a dot. Eldritch Star, the voice calls to you. You guys were... Ah! I'm blind! Why? Why do you hurt me so much? Just for your little fancy wavy motion thing. If Giza succeeds in turning the Prime Orb, the power of the Underworld will multiply 100-fold. Giza will indeed possess the power to rule this and all other worlds. Forever. He will be immortal. Even with Soldrak on your side, you could not hope to defeat such raw power, any more than an ant could move a mountain. Go to the Underworld and retrieve the Prime Orb. I said under. Only then can Giza's plans be thwarted. I have seen a whirling cloud of black hanging like a pall over the Illusion Forest. It is a good bet that there lies an entrance to the Underworld. Seek the guidance of the Woodland Guardian, that you may reach the forest's heart. I said wood. Oh yeah. We've heard that the sorceress of Hujah has something for you. I have something for her too. Proceed with haste to Hujah. I can't do his voice at all. I'm much better at the other Dragon Lords. Let's go back to them. And I wasn't even that good with them. Since you have the Soldrak, the spirit will guide you. Are we done here? I'm sorry. Like, are we done here? Ow! So This video, after, you know, the first 5 minutes, will now be mostly walking, because we have to go all the way back to Huzha. And then, yeah, I don't think we're going to have time for much after that. We'll get back to Huzha, talk to people, and get the stuff that we need to get to the next part of the game. The quickest way back to Huzha is to go around the bend and up to Kazdra and take the warp point. So, let's just head out going south west. This way. Ow! Oh, that's right, I gotta cross the river first. My magenta bridge is beautiful! Hey, it's walking automatically. I didn't remember it doing that last time. Alright, there we go. Number 1 set course for Huzha. Ah, crap. Alright, here we go. Right through here, and then further this direction. We are going to cross the road a couple times before we get to where we're going. I do not want to get trapped again! Ow! Eldritch Star is blind now, so he can't see the tree in front of his face. Alright, now we've gone far enough, let's figure out where we are. Hey, we're right on where we want to be. This is awesome. We can follow this road, take a more southward bend. Ah! Yeah, my test today was pharmacist-provided care, which is the most common sense course that we have. The test was mostly asking pretty obvious questions, and this one I want to go west, I believe. Yep, follow the road now. Cool. What part of a patient's chart do you look in for particular pieces of information? What kind of things are important to focus on when you work on an interdisciplinary team? What's included in a clinical case presentation when you treat a patient and then want to present the methods you use to treat that patient? Yay, I love this music. So, pretty good stuff. Tomorrow is anatomy, and that class, the bane of my existence, I got a B in it last term. By 0.19%, I got a B. Alright, not this map. This map. Alright, we're right on to the next map then. This map. So now we just want to head up. Actually, you know what? We're right here. Let's just go through Nogales. And yes, I did not make the... Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I got turned around already, didn't I? Yes, I did. Head back the other way, stupid. I started on my vlog more, but I didn't finish it, and so I'm a bad person. But then I found out that I'm supposed to play Sudoku while I'm doing my vlog more, so I'll have to work on that. How did I screw this up already? You know what? We're gonna go up to Kazdra and warp, because it's the fastest way possible to get there. Since I apparently cannot find the mountain pass. It should have been straight south of me, but oh well. Thursday's biochemistry. I need to get a decent grade on that test because it's weighted higher than the previous 2 tests. So even though I already have an A, if I don't get an A on the final, I might not get an A in the course. And it's cumulative, so I got to go back through all of our notes. Fun stuff. Why am I going into Kazdra? Turn around. Why didn't you people tell me as I was walking into Kazdra that I was doing it wrong? If you guys were a little more vocal, that would help keep me on track. Alright, let's whip around Kazdra here. And then, just to orient myself, where... Not that map. Oh yeah, that's right. The warp star here is not on the map. Alright, now go north. Because it is north of Kazdra. Where are you, Warp Star? Warp Star was a cool name. What was that in? Was that one... Monstar was from the Silverhawks. Warp Star. There was an 80s cartoon, I think, with a character named Warp Star. It might have been like his last name. Sort of a Han Solo-ish rogue character. And his last name was Warp Star. This puts us right outside of Raisis. Do we want to go to Raisis first, or do we want to go to Huzha first? You know what? I barely have enough time left in this video, so let's just go to Risus that I've probably just walked past because I'm dumb. Nope, I'm right next to it. Cool. And we will start the next video right here. And I should be able to make a video tomorrow, so we're all good. Save state, and bye-bye.